first of all, two new players arriving this week. Tell us what John Nolan and Elliot Anderson will bring to the squad.
Real quality based on this morning's training. So we're always looking for players who can come in and add to the group, and we feel, two guys at different ends of the spectrum, but we really think they can then add some much needed competition for places and quality in those midfield berths.
Yeah, and I mean, you obviously have no qualms of putting them straight into the mix, so they've settled in really well.
Yeah, both joined in training today, albeit different parts. Elliot done the full session and completed it. John's still in a figuring him out stage. He's obviously missed a lot of game time at Ipswich, and we have to tread carefully with him. Obviously, young Elliot's a different end of the scale. He's at that Superman age when you're pre-23 or whatever it is for a player, where you feel invincible. And they were as I say, settled into the group relatively quickly today, and as I say, contributes massively towards helping a good squad effort in rising through the table as we have been in recent weeks and months.
Yeah, and Jed Ward recalled today. Is that injury related, maybe to James Belcher? Was it his injury last week that forced your hand?
Yeah, Belly's had a bit of good news in there in terms of what we thought it could have been, all the possibilities. We had a few scares, obviously, after we've had the scans, and it's needing further looking at by the specialist. But thankfully, the prognosis seems to be really, really good. The weekend's game is going to be probably too soon for Belly. But luckily for us, we've got, Finnish international in Antti Jakola waiting, who's been chomping at the bit, waiting for an opportunity, such as been Belly's great form. It's been tough for him, but, as football has a strange way of doing, an opportunity has presented itself. So, we're lucky in that regard that we've got two first-class keepers and obviously a really good young prospect in Jed, who was getting much needed minutes, but, we'll have to come back and help the first team.
Yeah, and I guess Antsi's sort of chomping at the bit, isn't he? I guess he's really excited about the opportunity, albeit obviously wouldn't want it to come via injury, but he'd be excited to get back into the first team. Yeah,
obviously I think he'd rather it be via form, but in football that's not always the way it goes. So he's been fit for a period. It's probably been great for his body just to have that spell of training, and now a first team opportunity presents itself. So as I say, we're fortunate in terms of, it's tough to find, keepers of Belly's quality, but we're fortunate in terms of we've got two.
Yeah. Is there any update on Brett Pittman's situation with finding a new club?
Yeah, I believe Brett's very close to or has joined Eastleigh on loan, so works for all parties. It's a lot closer to Brett's home, gets him out playing, and that's, I feel, the way he wanted to finish his career. You don't want to finish your career when you've had such a good career that Brett has, by sitting on the bench every week or sometimes not even making the squad. So felt it was key, and he was due the respect of finishing his career on his own terms, and he wants to play. And for me, he wasn't going to play a lot for us, and it was natural that we would help him get an opportunity, and as it is, it's dropped in real nice for him, a club close to his home, and he'll be able to play hopefully and kick on from there.
Yeah, Sutton next up at the weekend. Obviously, it's a team that you played not that long ago in the FA Cup, isn't it? But two teams that sit in form, so it should be a good game on paper.
Yeah, I mean, played them in the FA Cup, so we know what type of opponent we're facing. We know we'll have to be at our best to take something out of the game, and they've been superb in the league this year, and the table attests to that. But obviously we've got our own priorities, and we've got our own focus and aim for our season, and it's going to be a difficult afternoon, but again, one where if we're at our best, we're confident that we can take points out of the game.
Yeah. Does it help when you played them reasonably recent, like you did in the FA Cup?
Yeah. No, I mean, every game's a completely different event. So, for us, it gives us a bit of familiarity in terms of what they'll do, how they'll shape up. But again, they'll probably have one or two changes, and we've had a few changes since then. So I'm looking forward to the game. It's a pity we we couldn't get more tickets, because it seems like everywhere we go at the minute, the fans have sort of bought all the tickets up. So, we'll have as many as we can get in there, but it's going to be a hostile atmosphere. It's a tight little ground. They've been successful in terms of getting out the National League, and they've made a fantastic start to league football. So, we know where they are in the table. They're above us. We want to close those gaps on teams above us, and to do that, we've got to keep picking up points from games, and we've been excellent at that in recent weeks, and long may it continue.